All right, I'm going to share this with you because I just couldn't resist while we have the opportunity to do this while it's on the floor. So let me jump into it. This is information that's really hard to get anywhere else. You got to dig for it. You got to know somebody. So I would like to show you. We manufacture here, but we also repair. And in the repair bay, we can stay at the front of what's working and what's really not working, okay? And transfer that into what we do in our manufacturing. And we believe we do a good job with that. So I'm going to show you comparison, contrast between a mass-produced wood unit and a unit and the right way to produce using wood. Wood is an incredible way to build. We build with aluminum as well, but there's a time and there's a place, and there's a right way to do both production methods, and there's a right way to combine them. So we still build with wood because for pickup campers and the niche that we're building in here, it's better than aluminum. It wins. And I don't want to have that conversation today, but I do want to show what this looks like of why wood has gotten such a poor name. It's not the wood production, it's the way it's done. So I'm going to show you one of our campers, and then I'm going to show the contrast between ours and between what the market tends to do. And I'm not going to say what manufacturer this particular unit is. You guys can use your imagination there. But this is common across more than just one manufacturer. We try to find the best in each manufacturer, but this is just one that I had to show you. So let me jump into it. We'll do a back and forth, and I'll be as quick as I possibly can while giving you information, again, that is very hard to find anywhere. So look at where the water damage is, first and foremost. This is rotted all the way down. We've got the roof rope opened up. This is rotted. This down here is rotted. It's rotted along that entire bench line. This is a unit that is considered lightweight to the rest of the market, right? So they do things a certain way. Rotted there. This entire sidewall rotted, okay? Why? Well, a lot of really poorly executed production processes combined with poor design. So what is the poor design? Well, first and foremost, whenever you have weight hanging out in this situation in a cab over, where weight is going to be sitting over here really heavy and it has no structure, it's just floating, you have to have what's called a cantilever, right? It's the pivot point here between what's the strength of the wall combined with the overhang. So you have to have a really good lever. Well, what does that look like? Comes back here, it should be 2/3 the length. It stops right there. And then, well, you say, okay, let's transfer it to the top strap. Well, we failed. Look at this. Someone failed. Not us. This isn't one of our units. Look at that movement. There is zero strength there. It's entirely relying on wide crown staples. So you say, okay, next thing we can do is pick up some shear strength in our surface material, which is where a tremendous amount of the strength comes from anyway. Well, we failed in our design there because we wanted to manage material more than we wanted to give the customer a strong unit that was going to last. So we lost our shear strength. It's gone, disappeared. Okay, so there's a bunch of movement in this structure in horrible places, causing sealants to break, causing it to fail, the sealant to fail. Okay, and there's more reasons for sealant to fail, but that's a big one. Next, let's look at what's behind the skin that you don't know about. Look at this. That is a gusset for strength. Now, to understand, the front wall and back wall are where the strength of a unit come from, of a pickup camper come from, at least. It comes from that front wall. Look at this. This is literally a strengthening gusset. There's nothing there. There's no fasteners, nothing. It's just a gusset slapped in there. Are you kidding? Look at this. I can get my finger in that gap. Here. This is beyond poor design. This is poor execution at a tremendous level. And this is a very reputable company. This is a company that many people know. Okay? And this is what's going on. Now, if you're going to do tens of millions a year in production, do you not have a router at your facility? A router is like $150, $200 down at Home Depot. Okay? This is done with a paddle bit, like you would if you were an electrician, just blowing through studs that are 3.5 inch. And even then, that has to be to code. What's going on here? This is the strength of the wall. It's gone. There's no strength left. It's gone. Okay? It's broken. Look at the gap. Now, I don't even want to talk about insulation value, but I should. Look at this. Insulation value, gone. Gone. Doesn't exist. Then your surface material, instead of being glued, wood glued, it is put on with this material, and this has several different names, and then you press it on there, and hopefully that holds it. Well, it wasn't even pressed to it. It was down here, but not here. Okay, so what are the failures? No cantilever, poorly executed, poorly built. Okay, now let's run over to one of our campers, and I'll show you. Okay, back here in the manufacturing bay. This is one of our fish hooks we build here. Look at this cantilever. Comes all the way back. Transfer stick to the top. Then you have strength in the back. Sorry for poor focus. Then you have up top here. You have another cantilever that doesn't even need to be there, but it's there really just for the structure of the wall, and because we have our minimum production requirements on the type of strength that we want. Then right here where we do have a butt joint, it's all tied together with solid blocking. Okay, and we are still really light with this unit. This unit is lighter than the one in that other bay. Okay, now look at the front wall. The front wall here, this is 1.5 inches. Where's that strength? It's in this piece of fur here. Transfer stick. This is nice and strong for your corner, for your jack bracket. Okay, but look at this foam. Look at that foam. Nice and tight. All of it's cut strong. You couldn't even get a piece of paper in there. High R, very high R value here to this. Look at each one of these wood joints. Look at that. This is how production needs to be done. This is how things need to be built to last 10, 15, 20 years. And we do build with aluminum down there. There's a place. That is a fully aluminum unit right there. Fully welded aluminum, eighth wall. But there's a time to build with aluminum and a time to build with wood. And on a regular pickup camper like this, it is so strong. It's going to last. It's higher R value than aluminum. There's a lot of pros to this if you do it right. Then look in here. Our shearer is all the way up there. Now if this was a really big bed, we would run that shear strength all the way to the back here. Okay? But this is how it's supposed to be done. This is good manufacturing. All right? Anyway, I could not resist this one because that unit being on the floor, we have a like unit on the floor right at the same time, and it's just and we did build this from ground up. This is one of our products we offer, and again, it's aluminum. So there's a time and a place to build with each material, and there's a right way to do it with each material. Anyway, enjoy your day. I figured that would be good and informative. Take care.